Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Welcome back to League Discussions, the series I take some topics, rip them apart, my own opinions and experiences, and encourage you guys to join in the conversation below. Haven't done one of these in a while, because we've been actually doing like specific videos on like the new rank system or the new champion. So I just thought as like a little extra thing, let's do this. Nice chill episode. And before we get into it, I just thought I'd show you guys something that's coming in the next few days when I work it all out. Is if I just show, some of it's still in wrapping. So we've got a new headset here. Got another one over here. We've got a new keyboard. We've got a mouse mat. Another new keyboard. Got another headset over here. And then we've got like 4 of these mice, I think. And also another bigger mouse mat. So if you're like, what the hell is all this stuff? It's a giveaway that I'm going to be doing. So obviously SteelSeries is one of my biggest sponsors. And some of this is brand new stuff. So they sent me like a bunch of this stuff just like yesterday. But some of this stuff is actually from past giveaways that were unclaimed. So I have a rule that I will do a giveaway. And someone will win. I give them a week to message back. And if they don't, then I actually message someone else and give them a week. Well, like, 2 of the mice, and I think 1 headset was from, like, people just not replying. It's surprising how often that happens. So that will be happening in the next few days. Keep an eye out. I do know there will, and this is why I'm announcing it early. There is going to be a grand prize, which is going to involve, like, a big thing. So it's going to be, like, a keyboard and a headset, something like that. Like, I'm actually tempted to go full out and go, we're going to do a keyboard, headset, mouse, and mouse mat. And basically, it's going to be like a creative one for the grand prize. It's most likely going to be like design a t-shirt and poster. So then I can sell it to the audience. And that's kind of, I think, a pretty damn good prize for that. So, yeah. And then what we'll do if like one person is the straight up winner, like, wow, that's amazing, well, that person will win. And we may give some like little prizes. But there will be other prizes if you're not a creative person, because again, we've got a lot of stuff here. So there will be stuff, you know, just like, you know, be subscribed and like a video of a certain video and stuff like that. That will also happen. So yeah, I just thought I'd announce that before we get into it, just letting you know that's happening. If you're excited for that, throw a like on the video and I'm like, yay, that's happening. All right, so we've got 3 things we're going to talk about today, and that is just to kind of go over them. Clash mode, the quality of League of Legends games right now, and the new player experience. What is it actually all about? So let's go into it first. Clash mode. This is very obviously relevant because Clash mode is coming very, very soon. Obviously, the official announcement Riot gave was like a couple days ago. I actually knew about it over a week ago because Riot now messages YouTubers and lets us know certain things a little bit early. What the reason why I want to talk about Clash mode is like, should you look into it? What should you be doing in it? You know, how is it going to help you as a player? So the whole thing I will say about this is forget about the prizes that they're offering. Again, we're an educational League of Legends YouTube channel. Let's talk about the educational aspect of Clash mode. What can it give you? It gives you more of an idea of the competitive environment. You know, the average person watching my videos, you guys are going to be in the bronze to gold range. So even like diamond solo queue games are going to be very competitive for you in comparison, but you may never kind of get there. Clash mode is going to be like the perfect situation to kind of see what it's like, to kind of see a little glimpse of what higher rated people go through or what pros go through or online tournaments with the kind of safety net. And again, it will be abused. I'm not saying it's not going to be, but there is a big safety net of, you know, if you queue up all as silver players, well, you're only going to be in a silver tournament. And obviously that, again, there will be smurfing going on, but Riot, and I have been told that they are very much going to be looking at detecting, and if they detect a smurf playing, it will get banned from the Clash mode, and all their teammates will potentially have punishments too. So smurfing is just a bad idea, put it that way, when it comes to Clash mode. So you should have a relatively safe environment for you and your friend group or whoever to go in these tournaments and just see what happens. It's so you can scout people out and, you know, get the whole ban system right to make a team comp that works as a team, not just as a solo individual like solo queue. And it's a whole entirely different way to play League of Legends. And, you know, it's a very weird thing I'm about to say, but when you play tournaments, and obviously I've got quite a big tournament history, is it doesn't feel like you're playing the same video game, even though you are. It's on Summoner's Rift, you're doing the same mechanics. It feels so goddamn different it's unreal. But it's like a really good different. But what I would say, and what I think is very smart, and again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, maybe I should have started with that. Clash mode is the in-client tournament system that's coming in the next week or so. And the one thing that I actually give props to Riot is it's not happening every single week. That they are starting it happening every other week, every 2 weeks. Thank God, because tournaments get very crazy intensive, and I think giving everybody a little bit of a break here and there, I think that's a very smart thing to do. And like we said when we had the conversation with the Rioter about the new rank system, part of the reason why that new rank system is coming, and again he said, was to give people a good practice area in different roles for the Clash system. So it does seem that they're going to be pushing Clash mode very heavily, potentially trying to make that the headline thing in League of Legends maybe down the line. Because again, it's the most competitive way to play is tournaments on comms. You're scouting people, and again, this goes to the point. One tricks are going to be useless in this. I have had a few salty people say, you know, oh, it's not fair that you're enabled to scout your opponents in a tournament. Like, hello? Like, that's every single online tournament in the world, is you know who your opponent is before the match. So if you clearly see they only play one thing, you ban that one thing. Again, if you have decided you're a one-trick, tournaments aren't for you. It's that simple. You have decided you're playing League of Legends as a solo queue player, playing one thing, rather than a team tournament experience. But no, I recommend doing it. I really hope you guys get involved with it. I will be trying to make content on it as much as I can. But no, it should be really fun. And, you know, take it seriously, take it for fun. It's up to you. But it's a great opportunity to learn what it's like to play a little bit competitive. And what you'll actually find, if you take it seriously, you'll probably improve yourself dramatically for your solo queue games. The better you get in Clash mode and you kind of start working things out, and you're like, oh, that's how it works. You'll probably start doing a lot better in solo queue as well. So there's that. I'm really looking forward to it. Next, let's talk about the quality of games, because I have noticed recently that the quality of games has dropped dramatically. You know, just to kind of give some examples, my main account has been in promotion back to Diamond 2, I think 3 or 4 times in the last couple of days. Haven't won it, and we've had, you know, unfortunate examples of, you know, if I just take today's stream, I played 2 games on my main account before I recorded on Ranked to Diamond. Both games, my AD carry just AFK'd. They thought the game was over, so they just left the game. They were like, I'm done, and they left. The night before, so last night of me recording, I was in promotion to Diamond 2. My Vladimir just decided he wanted to go to bed. And this is in, I think it was a Diamond 1 Vladimir one-trick pony. Just thought he wanted to go to bed. In the middle of a ranked game, said, I'm going to bed, see you later. We were winning, and he just went off. So what has happened? Again, they're just 3 examples. The reason why I think the game quality, and I've heard from you guys in the comments that you guys are also suffering from this, I think the reason for it is because we're in the halfway point of the season. People don't care about halfway because you don't get anything for halfway. And this is maybe for next season why they're implementing 3 different splits. Because maybe right now they always see a drop in quality. They see an increase in toxicity, not caring, AFKing. Because if you think about it, at the start of the season, people care because they want to get to a rating as quick as possible. And then at the end of the season, people care because they want to get to a rating they may have not achieved yet. They want to get to a really high rating to get the shiny badge. But in the middle of the season, where it's not the beginning, so you don't really care anymore, and it's not the end, so you're not gaining the rating, you're not gaining the badge, why should you care? And obviously, for me, I'll always care, that's who I am, but for a lot of people who, you know, just don't have as much, you know, respect or, you know, etiquette or manners, they just don't care. They turn off. They become toxic. They just AFK whenever they want. They just don't see it as a problem. So maybe Riot should come out swinging and kind of go, we've noticed there's a dip in mid-season because of the problems. We're increasing the penalties. We're being a little bit more harsh. Like, who knows? Maybe, like, it could just even be a placebo effect. That they don't actually have to do it, but if they come up with an announcement saying we're going to be looking at punishing people more, but then maybe that would help. Doubt they're going to do it, but yeah, that is my opinion why it's got a little bit worse, is the fact that, you know, it's not the beginning of the season, it's not the end of the season, it's the middle of the season, and we're not even, and again, usually what happens, and again, this is where this season's different, is this is the first ever season that we're not, I don't think, having a big mid-season patch. Is that they're doing big patches every other patch of League of Legends for this whole season. Where before, people started to try a lot more when it was like the mid-season patch, which was like the second biggest patch of the year. Oh, I'm going to try play again and try get good because a lot has changed. Well, now it's change is constantly happening, so people kind of care less about change. And I'd say this patch specifically, people hate. Like the whole Battle for Scuttle Crab thing, making junglers basically a second support because of it. Like, I don't know, Riot just sometimes doesn't think about everything clearly, I don't think. And maybe they just don't predict how things are gonna go, but yeah, one, it's not a good patch, and we're in the mid-season, there's just nothing for people to gain, so that's why I think the game quality has gone down. And finally, let's talk about the new player experience. So obviously, a lot of people have noticed that Riot has been tryharding for new players for a little bit. They are casualifying the game. They have done for the past 3 years. That there are definitely more casual aspects to it now than there ever have been. But also, if you looked at like the big announcement when it came with the role rank system, one big part of that announcement was a lot of stuff that they're doing for new players. You know, there was a whole new tutorial system, like a proper one, that you're not building Ashe with Thornmail. And there was like other incentives, I think, going on there too. You know, the new player system ranked mode will be less daunting, that it's 3 splits. And not, you know, your placement games aren't as tedious because you'll actually know what rating you're about to gonna get after game 1. So they are going pretty hard for new player experience. And the question you've got to ask this is why? Why are they wanting to do this? Some people do say, you know, League's a dying game. Again, statistically, no, it's still growing. It's still very much the biggest game in the world. And I know a lot of people can go, Fortnite. Again, one, League still has bigger numbers than Fortnite. But 2, again, Fortnite's a bubble game. It's been around a couple months. It probably will pop in a couple more months. League's tested the time. It's the biggest game statistically ever. And it's been through the League killing games before. Overwatch was supposed to kill League. You know, Dota 2, when that came out years ago, was supposed to. None of them have, because League is just the biggest. It's that simple. So to me, I don't think it's a problem that League wants new players. It does. I will say, I would imagine League does have an aging player base. You know, I'd say most people that play League have played for longer rather than being new players. But in my comment section, again, you can say right now, I see people all the time, oh, I've played League for 2 months. I played League for a month and I'm watching your videos. I see it all the time. And, you know, them reaching out to a new player audience, as long as it doesn't affect us, the hardcore, you know, core of the game, I don't have a problem with it. You know, people have noticed that they're advertising more on Facebook and YouTube ads and stuff. Get more people in. You know, it's never a bad thing to have more people playing your game. It gives you more ideas. It gives more diversity. That's never a bad thing. And again, all I ask and all that I ever will say is, as long as it doesn't affect the hardcore player base that's played the game for years, go for it. And a new tutorial system, the rank split thing, I think is both for hardcore and, you know, because it makes you kind of feel like you're less burnt out because you're actually trying to achieve something more often. So I think all what they're doing in that regard is relatively smart. Obviously, I still don't like the role rank system. And I will say, again, some people have asked for an update with that. In the next few weeks, I'm guessing I'll have another conversation with the head guy. Because he did say of the original conversation that we had, they were probably like a few weeks away from announcing some answers to the problems. And that we're a few weeks later. So any day, any week now, we're kind of expecting kind of a new article by Riot going, hey, this is what we're doing. When that comes out, I'll have a big read through it, and then we'll probably have a conversation again. And that one I might turn into an interview with the actual Rioter. But that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, a nice chill second video of the day. It's a nice little change, because other than that, it's like, you know, gameplay. I like breaking it up a little bit every now and then. But if you got any questions, any more topics that you want me to cover, throw them in the comments. I may try and answer some down there. But that's going to be it. Like, subscribe. See you guys next time. See ya.